Hello everyone, and welcome back to another powerful story. Today's story is about dreams, hope, and the journey of a boy who dared to believe in something bigger than himself. If you've ever felt lost, confused, or unsure about your life's purpose, this story is for you. So sit back, listen carefully, and let your heart feel every word. A long time ago, in a quiet village tucked between tall mountains and deep forests, there lived a boy named Arjun. He was no different from other boys his age, curious, cheerful, and full of dreams. But Arjun carried something deep within him that made him unique, a burning desire to understand the meaning of life. Every evening after helping his mother with chores, Arjun would sit near the banyan tree at the edge of the village. There, under the glowing sky, lived an old man named Dronacharya. No one knew his real name, but everyone called him Master. He was old, his beard long and silver, eyes calm like a still lake, and his voice soft but powerful. Children feared him, elders respected him, but Arjun loved him. "Master," Arjun asked one evening, "why do people suffer? Why do some people have everything while others struggle to eat?" The old man looked at him, smiled, and said, "Come tomorrow, just before dawn. I will tell you a story." The next morning, before the sun rose, Arjun stood by the banyan tree, rubbing his sleepy eyes. Master was already there, sitting with his walking stick in one hand and a quiet smile on his face. "Are you ready to hear the story of the boy who chased the moon?" he asked. Arjun nodded. Once there was a boy named Ved. He lived in a poor village much like ours. Ved had no father, and his mother worked as a weaver. Every night, Ved would lie on the ground, staring at the sky, watching the moon. It fascinated him, the way it shined so far away, so free, so perfect. He would often say, "One day I will touch the moon." People laughed at him. "Foolish boy," they said, "the moon is not for people like us." But Ved never gave up. Arjun leaned forward, eyes wide. When Ved turned 14, he left his village. He walked barefoot for days, working at tea stalls and farms to earn a few coins. He used the money to buy books. He could barely read, but he taught himself. He would ask travellers, teachers, anyone who knew something about the moon. Some mocked him, others helped. Years passed. Ved learned to read, write, and speak English. He studied science, physics, astronomy. He slept under the stars and built small machines from broken parts. People in towns started noticing him. They called him crazy, but some admired his passion. One day, a kind engineer took him in and helped him apply to a science institute in the city. Ved passed the entrance test. Arjun's mouth dropped open. He became one of the best students. He worked harder than anyone else. He joined the Indian Space Research Organization. Decades after he left his village, Ved was part of a team that helped send a spacecraft to the moon. On the day of the launch, he looked at the sky and whispered, "I kept my promise." Arjun whispered, "He touched the moon." "Yes," the old man said, "not with his hands, but with his heart, with his effort, his belief." There was silence. "So, Arjun," Master said softly, "life is not about having everything. It's about doing something meaningful with what you have." Ved had nothing but a dream. He suffered, but he didn't let that stop him. People suffer not only because of poverty, but because they stop believing. They give up. Arjun nodded slowly, his young heart filled with something new. Hope. "Master," he asked, "what if we dream big and still fail?" "Then you become wiser," Master replied. "Failing while chasing a noble dream is better than succeeding at something meaningless. Every failure brings you closer to your truth." From that day on, Arjun changed. He started reading, learning, and helping others. He still played and laughed, but every evening he sat with Master and listened. Stories became his fuel, and one day he started writing his own. Years passed. Arjun became a teacher. His classroom was always full, not only of students but of dreams. He never became famous. He never touched the moon. But in the hearts of the children he taught, he planted stars. One day, a boy in his class asked, "Sir, why do people suffer?" Arjun smiled, looked out the window at the moon, and said, "Come tomorrow, just before dawn. I will tell you a story." But the story didn't end there. The children Arjun inspired grew up to become doctors, engineers, writers, and even space scientists. They would often come back to the village, bringing books, tools, and knowledge. The once quiet village turned into a small town, buzzing with ideas and dreams. One of Arjun's students, Meera, started a library in his name. It became a place where stories lived, not just those from books, but those born in the hearts of the readers. And every child who visited read the story of Ved, the boy who chased the moon. Arjun, now old and silver-haired like Master once was, still taught, still listened. But now he also told stories of those he had taught, real stories of courage, failure, and growth, because he believed that every person had a moon to chase. One rainy evening, as the clouds parted to reveal the full moon, Arjun sat with a new boy, a quiet one with big eyes and a notebook full of doodles. "What do you want to do when you grow up?" Arjun asked. The boy replied, "I want to write stories, just like you." Arjun smiled, placed a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder, and said, "Then you must learn to dream with your eyes open." Moral: never stop dreaming, no matter how impossible it seems. Your path may be hard, people may not believe in you, but your effort and faith can turn suffering into strength and dreams into light. Remember, you may not touch the moon, but you can still light up the sky for others. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories like this. Until next time, keep chasing your moon.